Hello everybody and welcome to a LEGO set review. This time we have set number 8068, the LEGO Technic Rescue Helicopter. This set was released in 2010, contains 408 pieces, and was retailed at $40 when it was released. Nowadays you can get the set on eBay for approximately $30 in used condition and about $50 in a new sealed box. I got this set back in 2010 and unfortunately I don't have the box anymore to show you. Today we'll be covering the A model, so we'll be going over the A model's instructions. Pleasantly thick. Obviously they're a little different than modern instructions because they're not glued binding, it's stapled. As you can see, the print quality is actually pretty good. It is a little difficult to tell dark grays between blacks here, however, and as you can see, the back of the A model's instructions just highlight the functions of set 8070, the supercar that was released that year as well. Onto the set itself, I think the first thing that should definitely be noted is the size of the A model itself. And it may not be tremendous in terms of other LEGO sets, but keep in mind this set was retailed at $40 back in the day, and this set is actually pretty good in length. Width it can stand to be a little bit longer, I feel like, but considering the length of the set, I really do like the dimensions. Now onto the functions of the set. There are three that are included here. The first one, if you turn this bottom gear here to the right, the landing gear will fold into the model, and turning it left obviously will put the landing gear down. The second function is definitely probably the highlight of the set, which is if you turn the top gear here, the top rotor will turn and the back rotor will turn simultaneously, which is pretty interesting. The function just uses mainly bevel gears, but they're used in a way that's pretty cool. They're used there's pretty complex techniques that are used for those bevel gears for both of the rotors to work at one time, which is pretty cool. The third function, however, I feel like is thrown in because, well, at the $40 price point, it needs another function. And it's if you just turn this top gear here, the winch will go up or down. Now, I wouldn't mind this function if it wasn't just so dead simple as it is. As you can see, it literally just is a gear with an axle on a pin connected to the model. I wouldn't have minded it if it was incorporated into the model using a gear system of some sort, but it just uses a pin and an axle here for it to work, which is unfortunate, but regardless, the function still works well, I feel like, and it doesn't take away from the model very much. You can open these side doors right here, which give access into the center of the model, I'm guessing, for people to sit or cargo or something, I don't know. And those open on both sides. The other small little additional feature are the adjustable seats. You can adjust one of them at a time, but you have to be a little conservative when you're doing this, because if you just move one seat, usually both of the seats will come forward at the same time, which, you know, you may not want that, I don't know, but I felt like that needed to be something that should have been pointed out. Now, the aesthetics of the set itself aren't too bad. However, there are many gaps in the model, like this one right here that really bothers me. I don't really like the fins that are right here. They're not fixed in place too well either, so it just kind of sticks out there. And you know, the shaping is alright on them, but then again, the gap really bothers me. On the tail here of the model, It doesn't look too bad, but it's incredibly gappy. Shaping is okay though, which, you know, I don't mind the shaping on it, so. And the other gaps that kind of bug me are down by the seats, the cabin area, cockpit, I guess. Doesn't look too well down there, and obviously in the center of the model is the biggest gap in the entire set, and it, you know, it's whatever. As for the build of the model, I'm actually kind of surprised, because most traditional Technic helicopter builds, they are a little bit complex sometimes, but this one particularly sticks out, especially sticks out in my mind, especially near the cab, just behind the cabin. There's a whole ton of axles and a slew of gears and stuff that help the model work. Overall, I quite enjoyed the main model of this set. I do feel like there are some small issues, but they aren't major. One of the biggest gripes I have with this model, however, is the fact that the third function, which is the winch, doesn't work and, you know, as the way a Technic model should have. The winch just sticks out. There's no additional gears, just one used, and it's used as a knob. It doesn't really work out, in my opinion. For a set that came out in 2011, I feel like with the parts that were available at the time, now in 2017, there are many other pins and new variations of axles and connectors, as well as panels, to create a whole different type looking model than what you could have seen here. Overall, though, I feel like the set does its job. It's not particularly excellent in anything, but it does what a $40 Technic set should, I feel like. Do you get your money's worth? Absolutely. And you can definitely buy this set for a cheaper price on eBay or Bricklink nowadays. I feel like it's slightly above average, but it's definitely not in terms great by any means. In terms of helicopters in the LEGO Technic realm, this one's okay. And that's really all I have to say about it. It's just slightly above okay. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed this review. If you want to see the B model, say so down in the comments section below. And if you want to see any other sets for me to review, give me some suggestions, and I'd be glad to review them at any time. With that being said, I'm Sither, signing off.